That's good timing. Two hawks chasing each other, so I was going to make a video. Gonna get video content back up for the YouTube. So if you're not familiar, I'm George, Phat Ninja Farm, Phat. It's a permaculture designed food forest using annuals and perennials mixed together to mimic a forest, recreating that carbon cycle, producing a ton of food in the meantime. Cardinal going by and that hawk screeching. Got my attention anyways. Stuff like josta berries, gooseberries, bush cherries, gummy berries, elderberries, blueberries, stuff like that is understory. Lots of varieties of those, like pawpaws, and apples, and pears, and figs, and Asian pears as kind of the overstory here, as we talk about the acorns and large nut trees around us. But all this working together. Stuff like potatoes. This is the potato patch coming up. But lots of weeds. You'll see weeds in there too. We've got the weeds now, so mostly the ones that show up are the ones that are edible for us. So lots of violets, and they're pretty flowers that are edible, and they're sweet. Mixed in with wild strawberries. They're really tasty. More potatoes, some asparagus in here, perennial leeks. But again, man-king cherries, josta berries, gooseberries, raspberries, gummy berries. More potatoes over here. So again, the annual garden that we're in, with lots of perennials mixed in. Peas and potatoes and carrots and beets. We're early in the year. It's Easter actually. Everybody's showing up at the church next door. But you're using the permaculture principles to design this like a forest. To have all these perennials that just show up by themselves, mixed in with the annuals that we grow in, to produce an abundance of food. It would sound like a broken record, but to produce that food with sequestering carbon, producing oxygen, creating a ton of microclimates, feeding a diversity of insects and species, flora and fauna, trying to mimic the natural functions in a forest, having nitrogen-fixing plants and bushes, dynamic accumulating bushes, plants, flowers to call in the beneficial insects, pollinators. Here you can see the ducks in the pond up here. We use them in this, even in this annual garden. They come in, they're slug patrol for us. They come in and out as they please. Not as they please. They'll yell for me to come and get them. It's a strawberry patch with hardy kiwis behind it, and the herb spiral, so lots of perennials and raspberries, mixed in with lettuces and beets and carrots, peas. There was peas. The rabbit ate them all. Onions. Then moving over here into the food forest side. It's all planted like a forest, three-dimensionally in guilds. Plants, animals, and fungi working together to meet the needs of a whole. No one waters a forest. No one plants that forest. No one fertilizes that forest. No one mulches that forest. No one transplants it in there. It just takes care of itself. So we mimic that in our yards. Trying to use plants that work for us and those functions. Elderberries, raspberries, lilies, honeyberries, Asian pears, Mulberries, jostaberries, multiple varieties of jostaberries, gooseberries, raspberries, strawberries, cherries, Nanking cherries, cornelian cherries, sour cherries, apple trees, pear trees, multiple grafts on them, multiple varieties on each. Most everything you see is edible. Not bragging, I'm just trying to show people what I think is a better way in this climate emergency that we're in. Probably videoing it right to the sun now. But sounds like Easter's happening, so I want to cut off here. Change is better than holiday. Peace.